Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today I will be reviewing Stone Bastard's Midnight Brunch, and I'm going to give a huge shout out to Tony from SoCal for hooking me up with a bottle of this. That's right, otherwise I would have no way of trying it. So dude, you freaking rock. I hope you enjoyed all the beer I sent your way as well. Now, you guys might be asking yourself, why am I drinking this particular beer at this particular time? Or maybe you're just thinking you're just watching another review. Well, the reason that I'm indulging in this one is because, as of today, August 31st, 2016, the ABV cap in Ohio is gone. That's right, so we no longer have an ABV cap at all. Finally, we're in the 21st fucking century, which is awesome, and I figured I would drink a big-ass beer to celebrate. So this one's actually really interesting. So they took Depth Charge Double Bastard, which is Double Bastard brewed with espresso, and then they aged this one in a combination of Northeast Ohio maple syrup barrels as well as Kentucky bourbon barrels. So very cool stuff. Looking forward to this one, guys. Let's go ahead and check out the aroma. Oh, wow. Getting a lot of malt right up front. Caramel, toffee, really kind of sticky sweet. Definitely getting some sweetness. I wouldn't say specifically maple, though. There's just kind of this sweetness to the beer. Again, like caramel, toffee, very malty. Sweet bready kind of notes. Definitely, this is kind of surprising, although I guess this is kind of fresh, so I don't know why I'd be surprised. I do actually pick up a little bit of like some citrusy, piney hop notes. Definitely getting the bourbon, very subtle, very smooth though. Definitely getting a little bit of oak and vanilla as well. Not really picking up on the coffee though, which is a little disappointing. Yeah, smells pretty interesting. Let's go ahead, take our first sip. Wow. Damn, so there's a lot of different stuff going on. Up front, you definitely are hip with that big malty base for the beer. Caramel, toffee, really kind of rich, sweet, bready notes. And then right after that, it actually kind of goes into those kind of coffee espresso notes from the depth charge part of it. And then after that, you get this really interesting combination of like an oaky dryness, a little bit of vanilla, and then some like orange, a little bit of grapefruit, and some slightly kind of piney hop notes as well, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, wow. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And on that second sip too, I do get a little bit more sweetness. You can tell there's a little bit of that maple character, but I'd say the maple in this beer is definitely the lightest component. It's not real big, not real in your face, which I think is okay too, because if it was too strong, this beer might end up being cloying. But yeah, you're definitely getting bourbon. Again, it's not huge though. I mean, it's there, but it's not huge. Definitely some oaky notes, some vanilla. And it's really nice because those caramel toffee notes really mix with like that vanilla and the barrel character really well. The only thing, again, that stands out to me is it's kind of weird that you do get like grapefruit, orange, pine. I mean, Double Bastard is a pretty hoppy beer, but after being aged in two different types of barrels, and I've actually held on to this beer for a couple of months, I'm surprised that it is still this hoppy. I mean, it still actually has some of that bitterness from the hops, but it's also combined with that oaky dryness to make it pretty balanced despite all the sweeter notes. And you do get the coffee. It's really weird too, because it's about mid-palate. You get those really nice espresso roasted coffee bean kind of notes to it, but nothing in this beer is real over-the-top aggressive. It's all kind of very nuanced. The only thing is, to me, and I do like this beer, I think it's really good. I'm a little disappointed by how hoppy it still is, though. I almost kind of wish that... Now, see, the other thing, too, is that if I aged this one longer, I didn't have it fresh, I think the maple component might age out a little bit. The coffee would definitely fade, and the bourbon and the barrel notes itself are already kind of light. So if you age this one, It might end up being almost more like just a very lightly barrel-aged double bastard in the end. But I gotta say, the hop notes are really throwing me for a loop, and I'm not 100% on board with the way they interact with everything else. I mean, I do like that they add a little bit of bitterness and they add a little bit of brightness, but at the same time, I kind of wish that just, the coffee, the bourbon, the vanilla, the rich maltiness of the beer, I wish it was just that, and I wish the hops weren't there, so I don't know, maybe that's just me. If you guys have had this one, let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, heavier side of medium bodied, kind of has a slightly creamy mouthfeel to this one. And I gotta say, for almost 13%, very, very smooth. Like, really, really well done. Again, it's an interesting beer. It's got a lot of components to it, and I kind of like the way that nothing, like, hits you in the face, but at the same time, the hop notes are kind of what kills the overall vibe for me. So in terms of rating, guys, I'm going with an 8.6 out of 10. I still think it's a great beer. I still think it's really tasty. I think if you like the Double Bastard or just the Bastard series in general, and if you like kind of the depth charge and you think the barrel sounds good, I think it's one worth checking out. And I think it's a really good beer. I just don't think it's as good as it could have been if it were for the hops being a little bit, kind of toned down, basically. But again, that's just how I feel. I would be curious to know if you guys have had this one, and also be curious to know if you guys are planning on aging it or not. So yeah, cool stuff, guys. That does it for this beer review. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button for me, and remember, I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer. See ya.